guys, what is going on? So, even though I've never even seen this show and I could care less about Game of Thrones, I'm sure some of you guys still do want to hear my thoughts about this. Game of Thrones movie officially in the works at Warner Bros. From Andor writer. See what this article has to say. Oh, come on! Yeah, get that off of the screen. I'm trying to read this article, damn. The news was first teased in the Hollywood Reporter's recent cover story profile of Martin, which revealed that both HBO and the Warner Bros. Film division were working on rival versions of the story of King Aegon Targaryen's, I have no idea how you pronounce that, conquest of Westeros. As we reported, the film version is being envisioned as a Mammoth Dune-sized feature film. Okay? Of course, everything Warner Bros. Is a bit up in the air given the studio's expected sale to Paramount, Skydance, but Paramount boss David Ellison was recently asked his favorite HBO show and cited Game of Thrones, which is obviously a good sign for both the prospective film and for the future of HBO's many prequels and sequel in the works, the later being conceived as potentially centered around Ian Stark or Jon Snow or both. The idea of a Thrones movie has been kicked around as early as 2013 when the original series showrunner David Benioff and Dan Wiens pitched HBO on potentially ending the blockbuster series with 3 feature films, a la The Lord of the Rings. HBO balked at the idea. However, preferring instead to stay focused on their core subscription business. HBO has other shows in the works as well, such as an animated take on the Snake character. Those would be in additional in HBO's 2 GOT based shows currently on the air. House of the Dragon, which returns for season 3 this summer, and A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is currently working on a second season. Well, there you have it, everybody. How do you guys feel about this news? Me personally, I could care less because I'm not a Game of Thrones guy, and first of all, I've never even seen the show. Secondly, it probably wouldn't even be my thing because I'm not into fantasy stuff. Uh, Again, I just did this video because I'm sure some of you guys were probably wanting to know what my thoughts are, and these are my honest thoughts. I don't care. I don't care. Screw Game of Thrones. It's overrated, in my personal opinion. Because everybody around me was talking it up like it's the best thing ever. And I'm like, no. Breaking Bad is the best thing ever. And we still keep talking about that to this day, years after the show ended. Again, even though I didn't watch the show religiously, and I recently found the show on Netflix back in 2020, 2021. And I still love talking about Breaking Bad. But Game of Thrones, I could care less. HBO, all I've heard is that their shows are slow as hell. And that the pacing just is sluggish to get through. So, yeah, no wonder why I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I would be bored crapless. But how do you guys feel about this? I'm sure a lot of you guys are massive Game of Thrones fans. Please let me know down below. With that, I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. I ain't seeing this crap movie. Game of Thrones is overrated as hell. Peace.